This is Chris Nicholson from National Parks at Night, and author of the book Photographing National Parks. Come with me on a journey. I'd like to share a little about one of my favorite spaces for photography in all the national park system, the Blue Ridge Parkway, a national scenic byway with one terminus at Shenandoah National Park in Virginia, and the other terminus at Great Smoky Mountains National Park in North Carolina. Despite traveling the Blue Ridge Parkway as a kid, and later in college, I didn't fall in love with this place as a photography destination until about the past decade. I had been in Raleigh, North Carolina, and needed to travel to Roanoke, Virginia. My schedule allowed a couple of days to meander in between, so I chose to drive the scenic route, perhaps the most famous scenic route in all of the United States. I veered onto the Blue Ridge Parkway in Asheville and started heading north. The drive took a long time. I couldn't get more than a dozen or so miles behind me before needing to stop once again, to step out of the car and enjoy the landscape, to gaze over views of distant mountains, to hike to waterfalls, to stroll among orchards, to learn about historic sites, and to photograph. The day didn't have enough minutes, nor the night enough hours, to capture all the possibilities that the parkway presented. Possibilities that include farmlands and barns, livestock and fields, old stone churches and hand-hewn cabins, ponds and rivers, tunnels and bridges, waterfalls and dams, wildflowers and wildlife, rock formations and cascading mountain ranges, and so much more. Plus, of course, the parkway itself. When is my favorite time to photograph the Blue Ridge Parkway? Maybe in summer, when the Milky Way arches over the Appalachians and fireflies flitter in the dark. Maybe under the moon, when the road and the mountains are quiet and the shadows are soft. Maybe in the fall, when the leaves turn the landscape into a foliage rainbow. Maybe in the rain, when the forests come to life. Or maybe in the fog, when mystery shrouds the land. These days, I explore both the overt and hidden gems of this amazing thoroughfare any chance I get, whether for a few days or a few hours, whatever block of time that circumstance offers. The night is falling and the road is calling, and we at National Parks at Night will be there, driving and photographing America's greatest scenic byway. When the sun fades, we will bring our cameras along this 469-mile ribbon of national parkland that stretches atop mountain ridges, through farming communities, past historic cabins and mills, alongside meadows and more, while the stars, the Milky Way, and the moon gently shine on the great blacktop river called Blue Ridge Parkway.